mother, my dad, and everybody didn't know that I was going to live to be the person that I am today. And so I was born in Kiba, in your kingdom, the reason we are here today. Right? Who am I that today I can stand here, right? Almost 30 years ago, I can stand here in the land of the people who colonized our country to be able to come and speak and be part of Bunyoro Kitali, the person that I am, to be or not to be, right? It's an amazing moment. Now you people are growing up. You don't know, we adults, what we went through to be where we are today. No one ever knew that I was going to live, but here I am. But you people, you are in the land of opportunity. It is in your hands to be or not to be. Is in your hands. What are you going to do with it? Do you feel happy about it? Do you feel involved? Do you feel engaged? Do you have the love? Can you live? I don't know. I don't know. Can you live? Yeah. And by the way, no one is going to do that for you. If you're expecting somebody to do it for you, you might be in the wrong place at the wrong time, right? You've got to do it. I'm a father of those two. But I can only be there for them if they want to be there. Right? I can talk all the help in the world. If they don't take it, it doesn't help me. It's supposed to help them. It's supposed to help you. Right? Now, if your mom pulled you out of the house to bring you here, and then you still have that thought, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. It's a special moment. It should be in your history that at one time, July of 2022, I attended a convention of where my mom and my dad, my other people come from. What did it do for me? What did I get out of it? What can I tell people, my friends, when I go back? That was I excited to be there? Did I get something out of it? Oh, nothing. You see. Now, how many of you have friends? Please, how many of you have friends? Well, I have my friends, right? I have my friends, I talk to them, I smile with them, I walk with them, we play together, we talk about A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? Now some of you go to a movie. And they come, Mom, can I go with my friend to a movie? Oh, my daddy, can we go and have this, right? You do all that. And then you spend a whole lot of time talking about a whole lot of things with those friends. Do those friends know that you are here? Do they know why you are here? I was driving yesterday, and then those two, they have their phones, and so they were calling their friend. Where are we on the road? Oh, where are we going? We are going to Washington. To Washington. There is a convention. So they were telling them exactly. What? They got here and they started taking pictures so they can send pictures, right? To be in a moment or not to be, it is your choice. No one is going to do that for you. I cannot do that for you. For me, I broke them and
put them there.
I've been with my sister. They have been on their own. Right? I go to check on them. Are you okay? They go, right. The moment is yours. It cannot be mine. It cannot be yours. But Your parents, just like my parents, we come from a land that is called Buki. Now that is the history you want to know. A rich history filled with a whole lot of great things and great people. But how can you be part of it if you don't interest yourself in it? Right? Now, yesterday, let me tell you, yesterday when we got here, we wanted to put all our things together for registration. So that when people come, we are not just fishing out and being stressed. And the two people were there from the beginning up to the very end. Precious was there, and then Kayla was there. We did all that together until we finished each and everything. And then that was not the very special moment for me. Now, the very special moment, we didn't have the music in there when we started. But then we realized that there was a UBL radio that was basically Bluetooth enabled. And then Precious was trying to figure how to work it out. And she eventually figured it out. And the first song, I was going to say, let me hear what is going to come out of this. The first song was Eru Nyoro Kitara song. Oh, I was at home. I was at home. You see, I was feeling that moment. But that is what it means to be or not to be. So you see, culture is yours. Now for you who are born here or have lived here, now you have two cultures. The American culture, and then you have the Ugandan culture. But remember, the Ugandan culture is built on our tribes and clans. And then so you feel proud about your clan, you feel proud about your tribe. Now, the tribe has brought us here together. The tribes, by the way, tribes are made up of those different clans, right? That's who we are. So do you know your clan? Do you know your tribe? Do you feel proud about your clan? Do you feel proud about your tribe? Do you? To be or not to be? It's you. It's not me. I can talk the entire day. But if your heart is saying, I'm not taking it in, everything is going to remain here. Now, when we leave here, please forget everything that I have said today and remember only that statement, to be or not to be. Everywhere you are, everywhere you sit, everywhere you stand, am I here to be or not to be? Because to be makes you the person you want to become. To be makes you the person you want to become. For us, we are only just starting the little fire in you. But to keep it burning is all you. Not anybody else. It's all you. I asked Kayla yesterday, Kayla, what are you planning to become? And I said, I think I want to be an engineer. But the question is, how do you become an engineer? How do you become an engineer? That's the bigger question. So if you have the passion, the feeling, the desire, the dream that I want to become an engineer, that means you are going to expose yourself to what it means to become an engineer. And what type of engineer you want to become, by the way. If you don't expose yourself, who is going to expose you to it?
There's an engineer sitting right behind her.
Oh, there you go. See, right? There goes the inspiration. You see? So no one is going to do that for you. Now, let me tell you, gentlemen and ladies. Now, for me, when I was growing up, do you know what I wanted to become? Can anybody guess? No.
They
say,
well, let them speak.
please, speak. Anastasia, yes. A mechanic. A car mechanic. That's what I wanted to become.
Yeah. They're also essential.
And it was very simple. What led me to it, because there was this man, David, right, in the neighborhood. The very first man I saw driving a truck in my neighborhood as I was growing up. And the only man in our area who had a house with iron corrugated sheets. The others who lived in grass thatched houses. So he inspired me. And so I said, when I grow up, I kept it in my mind, I'm going to become a car mechanic, a car mechanic. But in my whole area, there was not even a car mechanic area center where you could fix a car. So how would I ever become a car mechanic with no mechanic shop in an area? So that was a wrong dream to dream about it, right? Now, do you know what other people were telling me all the time? Well, but you can sing. My dad didn't want to do anything about singing because I was a good singer in school. I participated in all music competitions. Still up to date, I sing up to date. But my dad was against it. And why was he against it? He was against it because he was looking at all the musicians at that time, the kind of life they used to live. And so for him, it was a wastage of time and useless to do. But I kept my passion on it, and I use it up to date. It serves me and it pays me.
And you're going to see it actually in a few minutes.
To be or not to be is going to be your choice. Not mine, but yours. Right? So, but then people, as I grew up and I started going into schools, now people started putting another idea in my head. But you know, you can be a good teacher. I said, and I was looking at the teachers who were teaching me by that time and how they dressed. And I said, how in the world do I want to become a teacher and be like, you know, Mr. Chigirige? Why would I want to do that? But then I moved after my senior 4. I was taken to Masaka over there. And guess what? I started my training and then guess what? I was seated somewhere and then somebody brought me an application. You are going to go and study to become a teacher. I've been a teacher since then until this present day. To be or not to be. So now to wind up, my brothers and sisters, right? Love is a very, very important word, right? Love, L-O-V-E, love, right? It sounds like it is too small, but everything in the world is built on that word, love. That's why you say, I love my phone. I love my hair. I love my dress. I love my nails. You know, everything is built on that word love. So to be or not to be starts with the love you put in each and everything you think you want to do. If you don't put love, forget about it. Now look at the things you love to do. You spend more time in them than anywhere else. Because there is something that holds you over there. Love. I love this. So now this is what we need to do. That love is not, you don't give yourself that love. It is already there. All we do is to nurture it. To nurture it. And it starts within your family. It does not start on the road. It starts in the family, right? Do I relate with my people in the house? Do I do things to my people in the house? Do I do chores in the house? You cannot become an engineer if you don't do chores in the house. Forget about it. You cannot become whatever you feel you want to do, unless you can wake up and say, my shoes are dirty, I am going to wash them. Without your mom telling you, but those shoes are dirty, why don't you go and wash them? Love. Love what you do. And after you have done that, then ask yourself, am I here to be or not to be? Thank you for being here in our Eva and class Bunyoro Kitara Convention. And how happy will I be that these faces, I see them in the next Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie. We appreciate you. You're probably not only a teacher, you're probably a poet too. Had a few rhymes in there. Thank you so much. So we're going to play this game. It's about mainly Ugandan history with some video of stuff in there.
Yeah. I don't know whether those is like that.
They can go.
Yeah, she's going to
You guys can join your phone. Hopefully everyone has a connection.
And Harold's coming, the what do you call it?
Are you in? Yeah, I can see names coming up. Yeah. I can see names coming up. We're in it.
Oh, adults can play too.
It's yours to play. No? That's not mine. I'm not unique. I'm excited to watch. Yeah, that's a joy.
Who put me?
Just making those tags there the other day. Cool. Who is Ivy? Did you already say yesterday? No, that's why. Okay, nice. Oh. Yes, Ghana. Good Ghana. You're the first time there.
Okay, I think everyone is in.
I think so.
Okay, I'm going to press start.
So when it starts, what happens?
Oh, you just read and
You have to go right there. Alright, I'm going to press start. Alright, guys.
Okay. Get ready.
There we go.
Question 1.
that's the question. That's the question.
Oh, you answer from this.
Okay, so for this question, there's two possible answers. So whichever one you pick. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll read them. Okay, so the history behind this, it was originally called Magic Falls by the Europeans,
The website.
but it was eventually named Kabalega after King Kabalega. But it failed to become popular. But people that know history know it, so I call it Kabalega. Okay, Valerie.
Can you read the question?
Yeah. So the question is, what is the official title of the ruler of the Bunyoro current?
Official title.
So that is the current king's name right now.
The name or the title?
The name.
Actually, the name.
His name.
His name.
Okay.
What is the official title or what the official name?
Oh, sorry, glitch. It's supposed to be Solomon.
But also it didn't give us directions on
What happened?
That was my bad. What is the name of the famous tombs where Bunyoro kings are buried?
Okay.
I have a suggestion.
Yes.
After people have answered, could you give them the right answer, or we're going to read later? Are you going to read later?
I'll do it.
Because the school students again.
Okay, within traditional Bunyoro religion, who is considered the head of the Bunyoro group?
First place,
Who is Ivy? He's going to school in Europe here.
King Kabalega's palace was built where the current burial grounds for Bunyoro King is. True or false?
I don't know. Oh, King Kabarega's palace was built.
It was after Kabalega was captured, it was burned down by the Europeans
Oh,
to take away all what?
Our culture.
Say that word. I can't say it.
Claim our things.
Yeah, they didn't want any evidence that he actually.
Can you start over?
That's a good one.
That's good.
Now we are learning, right?
Don't worry about it. You're lying.
So, if you have 11 more questions to go, so catch up.
I didn't my point of the question which was wrong.
Uganda got its independence in 1964. True or false? Oh, guys, if you fail this one.
False. Kagana did it.
Uganda got its independence in 1962.
Yes.
What is the oldest university in Uganda?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's happening.
Makerere.
People knew that.
Actually, I don't know where it was built though. Ivy, you're still winning.
But other names are not coming up. You know that? Like some names not coming up at all.
It will come up eventually, as long as she keeps winning.
Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom was once covering part of present-day Congo, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi. True or false?
But not the thing.
They don't take what?
I'll be around with some.
Yeah, this was true.
Yeah.
It was a big kingdom. We need to bring back all these, right?
Yeah, it's basically East Africa.
Unfortunately, you won't, but
I
it
know.
was.
It was so big.
You can go back and walk. To be or not to
Yeah, we
Big.
be.
There you go.
Wait, I'll come up again.
Okay, see you.
This counting system.
What world famous river has its source in Uganda and flows through 11 African countries?
Don't say it. Ora.
I was going to choose it, and then I didn't see it. I need new glasses.
Ivy.
Ivy is going to be what now?
What is the name of the first person created by Ruhanga who has 3 sons who are the main focus of tomorrow's play?
Oh my god.
Pure genius. Sabrina, pure genius.
Hey, some people are being called pure genius.
Yeah, Chitu.
No, it's the same name
most
here.
tribes in Uganda
Because
have
remember the Bantu,
Yeah.
we are Bantu, Bagandas are Bantu, Banyula are Bantu, and many others.
So that Wasoga have the same story.
Yes.
Everybody has a story. Sabrina, same stories.
You got it like
What is the name of the famous British Ugandan male actor who recently won an Oscar?
But you can't see the name.
Denzel Washington. That's Uganda. Trust me. He's from Cuba.
Yes,
I think
Daniel.
he was from Cuba.
Is he Uganda?
Yes, from Uganda.
Is that
What is the name of the world famous long distance track star who won 2 Olympic medals at the 2021 Tokyo Olympic?
This one I don't know.
I'll give you a clue. It's a woman.
a long time ago?
Who was it? Peru.
Oh, yeah.
I missed that.
He's checked the game.
Yeah,
But this ID now.
I've been still after.
Okay. True or false, Eddie Kenzo did not write a famous Teacher Lost song.
I don't know.
Did he write it?
What would
Someone
he
composed it for him.
What would him in the soup?
It's false.
But he wrote it. He wrote it? Oh, okay.
They were trying to confuse you.
I'm just
So he wrote it himself?
I'm just
Where was the beloved King Kabalega exiled to?
Visa.
What is such a loss?
Yeah, he was very
I was like, no, he was not in East Africa. Oh. They're gonna take him far, right?
Okay, 3 more questions, guys. What is the phrase used as the country's most popular nickname that refers to the country's natural beauty?
Use
The country's what?
The phrase.
for our
The
country.
country's, yeah, Uganda.
Yeah, there has to be.
The beauty of the world.
What is the phrase that is known by?
Where did King Kabalega die while he was on the way back home from exile? They're related to us, so think about where they're from. People are distant to Uganda. So they're village.
Oh, really?
You know about your fairy.
Who knew that?
Yeah, there's a place called Yupumuzi. That's where he died.
The last question.
I fear we can't
What
get
is the last sentence of the Ugandan anthem?
Ha!
The last sentence?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
The end.
You're very happy to end.
I don't know.
I don't know. Which one is that?
Yeah, it's about their life.
Some people already sing the song.
We normally sing the 3 stanzas and the 4 stanzas.
But remember, it's also 3 stanzas. We have another.
So, what's the one? Must be Ivy, right?
Yeah, I did a good job. We didn't have time to
Who came
You
second?
won?
I'm a
Ivy,
yeah.
she deserves a present.
What is Ivy?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, let's give her a big clap, people.
Now, who was the second?
Who was the second? Oh, I did.
Who was the second?
Oh, Anastasia was second. Yeah.
Who was the last?
Me, I didn't do anything.
So Ivy, second place, Anna, third place, Lily. Oh. You know,
We need a picture of the first
Yeah.
three.
the last thing we're going to have is the debate.
Okay.
The debate topic
Hey,
is
picture for the first three.
Yeah, picture for the
But you guys cheated.
Picture for the first three. Come,
Go
come,
ahead.
come. Picture, first three.
Thank you for winning. Thank you from the last.
I said it, stay. Please stay. Thank you.
Not to this time, three.
Please stay there.
The winners.
the winner is
Stay there, stay there.
Anna.
The winners.
The winners of the youth Kahoot. Ivy as number 1, Anna as number 2, Lily as number 3.
Number
Yay!
4, Lily should come now and take number 4 because it was for the youth. So we need the first one to go there. The youth to
Right.
That's good.
The
That's
last thing on the agenda is debate. Guys, this is cool. The topic is tribalism versus racism. Which one? Tribalism versus racism. Which one do you think is worse for us? Tribalism versus what? Junior.
Junior,
The topic is tribalism versus racism. Which one is worse for us?
can they be both?
You can skip.
Or do you
Right,
want to
give
talk
your
about it?
opinion.
Yeah,
You say tribalism versus?
tribalism and racism. Which one is worse for us?
Both. Do I have to say something?
Yes, you have to defend your statement.
This is Diana, the last knows. So I think both are, depending where you are. If you're in America, it will be racism. But if you're in Uganda, it will be tribalism. But both of them are worse for us. Racism is just discriminating someone because of their color, their religion, what they believe in, or how they, the gender, or things like that. Like we have LGBT, if you discriminate people like that, that's racism. Just because I'm black or I speak differently, because we people who tend to come from Uganda, we have a deep accent. So when we are speaking at our jobs, people tend to discriminate us because we speak with that deep accent, which we love, but you turn it into, if you're in Uganda, especially I remember when I used to go to school and I would say I'm a Munyoro, most Bagandas would say, oh, everything that would be ugly or maybe tiny would say, akakakoko kanyolo, this ugly thing is kanyolo. So I started asking myself, why are Banyoros hated? Especially by the Baganda, and so I started reading more about that history, and actually I did political science in Makerere just to learn more about that. So they are both the same, but depending. Tribalism would be in Uganda because there are no tribes. Okay, we have the Indian tribes, but that's a different government to government. But here it will be racism.
Yeah, good context.
Tribalism versus racism.
That was a good context on place.
Yes.
But I'm gonna go back on you a little bit. There can be tribalism in America because you have Uganda, you have we're all black. So anyone?
Yeah, there are also dark skin,
Versus lighter skin.
versus light skin.
Race is my name. I think tribalism is worse than racism. And the reason is, as one people, for instance, in this room, there's like it's not there's no color that divides us, but being from the same country, most of the cultures we share, sometimes there's intermarriages, but you find like you cannot, your parents, even though they went to school with your spouse's, parents, won't let you intermarry. So I feel like that is hatred from the grassroots, and that may breed even racism. I'll say like some in Uganda, I feel like tribalism was capped through intermarriages because we tend to respect, but some cultures like Burundi or Rwandese, tribalism led to genocide. And I feel like that's where it breeds, I think it originates, it starts from there, basically.
Now, for me, I just want to extend it in terms of basically context. When you talk about racism, it's basically is a structure, right? In terms that it does not happen between only individuals in a certain location, but it is also found in the systems that serve the needs of all the people. That they are going to identify you, they are going to serve you depending on basically who you are, right? So the common word they normally use, they use the word systemic in that regard. It is within the systems, and it's going to affect you whether somebody shows it to you directly or not. So you are going to feel the impact. That's basically in terms of racism. Your job is going to be determined by somebody else other than yourself. What you get is going to be determined by somebody else other than yourself. The schools that you might attend are going to be determined by somebody else other than yourself. So that is systemic racism that is basically rooted within the structures, and those structures are laid exactly like that to oppress you as a minority, right? And that's why I always encourage that, if you have substance, remember where we started, to be or not to be. That if people see you that you have the potential, they will come for your potential other than your face.
Yes.
So that's where we need to work on. Encourage each other that I want to become this, and then you go for it, and then tell them, I am the best for this job because you are the best for that job, and no one is going to deny you that job because you are the best, and they are going to need that best out of you. So that is critical.
I do want to kind of push back on the way you differentiated racism. Tribalism can be systemic as well. Because we have in Uganda, it's unofficial, systemically unofficial.
Yes,
Because
definitely.
you have some tribes
Yes.
give jobs to their own.
100%. 100%.
It's
Yes.
not in the books, but that's what
Yes,
they do.
100%. Now, I focus basically on racism, but yes, it goes there as well.
Yes.
Definitely. Yes. Some.
Oh, someone has a.
Oh, go ahead.
My name is Leonard.
Yay!
I'm Kiamiza. I come from the state of Ohio, in the Franklin, in the city of Westerville. I've been in the United States for 12 years. I want to talk about racism. Racism. Most of the time when we're talking about racism, we're talking about white versus black, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes.
The worst racism I've faced is from the blacks.
That's
They
we call
it's
that
not even
tribalism.
tribalism. It's from the African Americans. They have no tribe. They speak English.
It's a tribe.
It's not a tribe.
It's not a
It's a race.
It's a
It's a race of people.
No, but it is a
Now,
tribe. We're from the same
How
tribe.
is it a tribe?
Because we're black, we're just different
The
tribes.
same race.
Theirs might not be given a name.
Okay, what is a tribe?
So that makes it tribe.
The question is, what is a tribe? Are there also tribes? Are there tribes?
They are because they.
Is the language determines the tribe?
yes.
Does the language
No.
determine a tribe?
No.
A tribe is a definition of the white people to divide the blacks.
But they were part of a tribe before they came here in Africa. And in Africa, we didn't have
Because
tribes.
that's what they
all
call,
tribes.
yes, but that's what they call them, tribes. Anyway, this is what I want to say. In order to overcome racism, one, you're still young. Those who are here, you're still young. Go be the best in class. Be the best. Don't copy. Don't copy. Oh, this one is the best. Be yourself. I am Leonard, I will be Leonard. I'm going to cut my hair like this, and that's me. Don't say, oh, the other one cuts his hair hanging up, and that's what I should be. That's called wannabe. You want to be what you're not. Be yourself. That's one. Two, defeat everybody in class.
Yes.
I'm telling you, when you beat these people in class,
You get respect.
they will respect you. Then when you go to work, be the best. When I left Uganda, I was a high school teacher. I was a volleyball coach, a cricket coach. I don't know if some of you know cricket. You play with a flat bat. I specialize in coaching girls. I told myself, when I coach the girls, they'll be the best. When I left in 2004, my team was number 4 in Uganda. Now, when I came over here, because of racism, I was working in Chase Bank. Even though I had a master's degree, I could not make a breakthrough. What did I do? I said, I shall not go down. I quit the bank, I did nursing. Why did I do nursing? Why do you think I did nursing? Because you'll be sick, you need a nurse.
Yes.
Your mother needs a nurse, your grandma needs a nurse, everybody needs a nurse. When you go to the hospital, you need a nurse to say, hello, how are you? How are you feeling? You're right. You know? So I decided to be a nurse. Was there racism in nursing? Acute racism.
Yes.
Intense.
Yes.
How did I do it? Wherever I worked, everybody loved me. They asked them, which nurse do you want? They want me. Which nurse do you want? They want Leonard, because I was the best.
Yes.
And how was I the best? Manners. Good morning. Good morning. How are you feeling? Are you feeling okay? I'm going to take care of you. You good? Don't worry, I'm going to take care of you. So everybody liked me. Just recently, I resigned from that nursing job. You know why? Because I came in this country to look for money. So I went into agency. Now I put my apps on the phones. I just pick my phone. Hey, boy, where's the money? I say, oh, Knox County. So I drive there. I pick that job, $40 an hour, $50 an hour. That's what basically I'm doing. So what am I saying? You can overcome racism. Are you going to face racism? Yes, you will. You're very lucky. All of you who are here, you're so lucky. You know where you came from. You know where you came from. We come from Bunyoro, your parents come from Bunyoro. If you ask your parents, they will take you where you came from.
Yes.
So at least you have that cushion that one day I'll go where I came from.
Yes.
And that's all I have to present.
Thank you, Leonard. Does anyone else want to go to that? Let's go back to the topic.
I have a suggestion in that line, please. I'm sorry. That suggestion is we've heard from the adults, so the young people should also say something, even if it's one word, a sentence, anything in that area of the topic. It's a suggestion, I don't know if they'll pick it up. We give them a chance.
Tribalism. Fred, you had something.
I say I'm part of other people.
Does any of the young people want to say?
Yes. I'm being told that I'm segregating the old versus the young.
That's called ageism.
Okay, as we wait for Tama, I wasn't supposed to be part of this topic, but I guess I was fine. I think tribalism is actually worse than racism.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter what happens outside the community. If we are within our own community and you segregate and put apart the people that look like you, we're never going to make it. So forget what those people, the Indians, the whites, the Mexicans, what they do. If we can't find a way to work together, we'll never figure it out.
Well, the old saying goes that charity begins at home. Charity begins at home. So the family is extremely essential in fighting all these things that we are talking about, right? You need to have a mindset. There are people who are good everywhere you go in the entire global world. And if you find yourself as a good person, you are going to meet other good people. But it starts within you. It starts within your family. There is no single person in the world that does not like a good person.
Yeah.
We all do. Even a thief wants even a killer wants a good person. If you are good and then you carry that vibe wherever you are, that's how you break most of the things.
Yeah.
But if they do what you do and you do what they do, so at the end you are going to create that kind of division.
Yeah.
Now, if someone has ever watched the movie, The Fighting Temptations, by Queen and Beyonce, at the very end of the movie, on a signpost at a small church, they write, "Love your enemies until you drive them crazy." Right? Love your enemies until you drive them crazy. What does that mean? When they hate, you love. When they hate, you love. Right? That's what Nelson Mandela used to say, that racism is taught, but love comes naturally to you, because that is given to you. Now, all of you, if your mother tells you those people are bad, then you know from your mom or from anybody else that those people are bad. But have you tried to find out whether those people are really bad? If you are good to them, you may find that they are not as bad as your mother told you they were, right? So that goodness, like we were saying, it has to be within you, and it starts with the family. When you have it, you are going to spread it. And then people you thought were bad, you're going to realize they are not bad as such. Right? That to me, I find that's what I carry forward every day. That I know every person that in front of me, there is something good in that person, and I just want to go and love that goodness in that person, regardless of what I have had. So that is a way to begin.
We're coming to the end of this. I don't know if anyone wants to.
Are the young ones ready?
I don't think they want to.
The young ones, are you ready? Maybe Precious is not seeing your hand up. Okay, let me take a moment as they think about it. I'm just supporting our previous speakers, but I'll begin by saying how I think. I believe tribalism, in my opinion, might be worse than racism, because I'm thinking racism, it's color, right? Color versus color.
No, it's race.
It's race.
More than that.
It's more than that. Race?
Yeah, it's about race.
Okay. So it looks like these are different from each other, in my opinion.
Different people, yeah.
Different people,
From
because
different
this
areas.
is white, this is black, purple, gray. So those are different people, right?
Yes.
Although
Goes
basically,
beyond that. Racism goes beyond that. It
Beyond
goes
that.
Also like ageism, genderism, all these things.
okay.
But it's not a part of racism, though. It's not a part of racism. Racism is its own thing.
Ageism is different from racism.
That's different.
Okay, so racism, I'm looking at it in terms of colors.
White or black.
White or black.
And yellow.
Or even
Yeah, and yellow.
ethnicity. It's
Yeah.
a
Brown.
race.
ethnicity more than the color.
So
more
to
than-
me, it's like these are different people, although we have the same red blood, but different skins, different everything. And tribalism, I'm looking at it as we are the same color, but we are basically discriminating against each other.
Because we speak a different language.
Maybe a different language,
Yeah.
or maybe, but I look at it because I think it's worse. Because if you're black with me, Rundi, you're discriminating against me, Rundi, Omchori, no Mugando, Omchori, no Munyoro, I mean, Nyankora Kweto, Omchori, Nechko, that's tribalism.
Yes, that's right.
So I think it's worse because we are the same. Why should we discriminate against each other? Whereas I understand all Akwera, Akuro, no Akwira brand, or yellow Akuro, Akwira brand, they are feeling a difference before they understand each other. So I feel, based on those differences, tribalism, in my opinion, is worse because it's really more basic, more. We should be closer to each other, and yet we are discriminating against each other. Even the African Americans, you see them discriminating against the rich and rich blacks, poor blacks. The blacks who are dark skinned versus the blacks who are light skinned. However, we can try and kill it by about loving. Another thing I was taught, if you smile, a genuine smile, it causes the other person to also to begin to smile genuinely. Not the fake ones that we get here, but a genuine one. Because most of us here, we give those genuine smiles, I think. Okay? It will cause the other person to smile back. Then also in support of, I think both former speakers talked about it, excelling. Unfortunately, I'm going to quote somebody that's not very popular. But there's something that I remember he said, and I feel it applies to here in excelling. Early in the 70s, when our sports people used to go and fight in the different contests, they would always come back and say, they cheated me. The sportsmen, the athletes, the footballers, the whatever.
They scammed me.
They scammed me. So our former leader, who is not very popular, Idi Amin Kabagamba, because he used to like boxing.
Oh, yes.
So when they came back and told him they've cheated us, we didn't do the right thing, he told them, when you go in the ring,
knock them out.
Knock them out. Everybody will say that the guy was knocked out. You have knocked them out and you've clearly won. So that's what I understand by excelling, being the best you can be. Don't go and fight everybody. I don't literally mean that. But be the best you can be. You knock it out.
Do the homework.
Yeah, excel. And it will be clear that you're the best in that area where you choose to be or not to be. That's my few words.
Just, sorry, but I wanted to bring up a point. And see, why tribalism is worse. If you look at all the issues we face now, let's go back as far as slavery or colonialism. Who enabled the British to come in and conquer? Who sold us to, the whites didn't just jump to Africa and say, you, get on the ship. We sold
Also facilitate.
Yes, we did facilitate that. So I want us to, and until as Africans we learn to take responsibility, we always point the finger. And yes, because of Teidekionti, Bunyoro used to extend as far as Burundi, but our fellow, our Baganda, basically were in bed with the British, who came and conquered us, and we started to kill each other. We could send Abajungu Bakaija Batwaukaniza. No, it was the tribalism that enabled them to actually succeed in conquering our land.
A very quick one. Thank you very much. Sigwa, and I come from Masindi in Europe, but I've just come to America like 6 months ago.
Welcome.
This is a very interesting topic, and I think that's why you see everybody wants to put something. We are here to guide our youth and the young, and I think this is important. We have origin, where we come from, and that's where we belong. These words are very interesting. I've talked about systemic, and I like that. I can add that when hate is institutionalized, this is what all of us will face in a situation like this. But in other words, there's apathy. There is xenophobia, and tribalism, and so on. These are all bad words. I was in South Africa in 2010 when the spark of violence, and they were killing the black people who were not black South Africans. And I could not go out of the hotel because they told me I can't speak Zulu. So I will be, later I was being escorted, you want to go to the supermarket, who can go with you? But this was Africa. But then they chose another word, they chose to use the word xenophobia. The white South Africans before that used the word apartheid. But what's the difference? It's about unfair treatment because of your color, because of your culture, because of your social status. These words, if you check them up in the dictionary, they are very interesting, but also the writers who make the dictionary maybe choose to use. It's all about hate. There is no reason why I should hate you because of your beliefs, because of your color, because of your height. There's nothing to do with that. So I really love this, and I think it's important. You need to know this is around. You need to fight it, not violently, but tactfully. Be the best excel, knock them out. That's one. Show them love, love them back. That's the weapon you have. Do actually like what Nelson Mandela did. And also the other thing which I really want to encourage you, read and know your history. Read and have facts and figures. These guys don't know the history. You talk to them and ask them about basic things. They don't know. In South Africa, they were killing and hating us. They didn't know that the liberation of South Africa 1994 or 92, I don't remember. It was because of the forces which were organized by the northern countries right from Tanzania up to Uganda. We contributed to the liberation of
South Africa.
Because the forces training in Uganda and Tanzania and Mozambique. But then these guys thought we are North Africa because we are taking their kids. So they hated us. So these things can change depending on the situation. Don't be derailed. Hate is hate, hate is bad. You can bless it by any name but hate. Thank you.
There's one thing I want to say to the boys. How many boys are here? Put up your hands. Okay. What is causing the death of black people, especially men, in the US? Do you know what is causing it? Because they don't want to be they want to be the last to talk. The guy stops you, keep your hands on the steering, keep them there. But I have them a right, blah, 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 blah. Stay in the car, and the guy gets out. Some of these shootings you see, they are not documented in the right way. I'm telling you, if I was the police officer and I had my gun, and you got out, I would shoot you. I don't care whether you were black or white. Why? Why would I shoot you? If you drive those cars and you trouble with those people, people have guns, two guns, one the other side, one this side, and he's putting on one here. So immediately he comes out, you'll be the first. So what am I saying? Don't always want to be the last to talk. Just listen. Where I don't have my ID. Can I get it? Get it. do this. Yeah, be the last to listen as a black boy. Be the last to talk. Be the first to listen. Do the listening and do the less talking. This is to protect the black boys who are here from Bunyoro. Protect you. Don't be the last to talk. You know, most kids I've seen here, I've been talking to kids a lot in the state of Ohio, Columbus. When you ask them a question, oh, why didn't you do your homework? So before you even finishing talking, and you're trying to talk, and that's causing the death of the black boys. So if you protect yourself, be the last. Don't be the last to talk. Be the last to listen.
I'm going to come back and bring us full stuff before we end this. I think that it's okay to disliking someone is not like there's people here. Everyone here has someone they dislike, also, right?
It's not true.
But to affect their progress in life is something else. You can dislike them, but going and telling them was fair, that person, you know, like that's something else. So like my words are lost. Thank you guys for being a part of this.
Yes, we need to come here and take a picture. All you youth, please, let us take a group picture. Thank you. This is beautiful.
I
This is
love it.
beautiful. That's beautiful. It's
I
beautiful.
love it.
Good job. Good job.
Good job. Precious, thank you.
Grace, I agree with you, Grace.
Let's take a picture. All youth, please come in the front.
You know, we can do a lot as well in our lives. We open mind.
And whoever brought a glass, remember to return them.
Who's taking out?
I'm
You
taking-
have free.
I'll take-
I put you in the picture.
I can take one.
You just take.
Old man.
We missed you. Okay. Yay!
But the light set,
Can you extend all the way to the wall? You see, you can utilize that light.
Oh, this light wasn't good.
Try moving in between those lights.
The people know the sounds. No.
Yeah, segregating that. We have started right in front of our
Thank you
faces.
very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. The youth. Oh, I love the youth. Thank you. Sabrina, thank you. You did a good job. Now what's happening? Thank you so much.
You tried. Oh, you have to print. Oh. Oh. No.
I know we have lunch, but I don't know where it is.
You know, I'm a doctor. Yes, for the
support.
Yes.
Thanks for the message. Very, very, very important.
Yes, thank you.
Accurate and everything.
Thank you.
So much of really good side.
Yes, you
Yeah.
have to find a way to get into their system.
For me, this
It's crucial.
these guys absorb these things.
Oh yes.
Even when they don't.
It stays in there. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And that is key. I tell people all the time, talk. To young ones, talk. You may think and assume they are not listening, but they are listening. And because their mind is so young, everything that goes in is stamped somewhere. And after even 40 years, they will remember what happened in those 40 years, and they wouldn't remember what happened yesterday.
If it were possible, God blesses me, I would want to focus on
You think,
what
oh
you
man.
have done now and
Yeah.
make it back home
Yes, yes, yes,
shape.
yes, definitely.
Because the type of learning which is offered, which also went through, there has been so much change in life and
Yeah.
economy and everything.
Yes, and can't
Now,
ijuka.
this element
Yeah.
twalina kwatwakora
Yes, and can't ijuka ekintu talibanire gwe twatungire omugunyoro. We lag behind in education systems as a kingdom. We go to a committee was not an important thing for them. Or was not an issue. And I will give you my personal example. This enyewe nesengo nyewe ebintu bino byatandika byabulanga byabunyoro committee and all those kind of things. Isengo nyewe yakoleraga abaganda iwozi nyampa n'abanguudo. So okukakingana n'abaganda n'abanyoro byabalukiraho abaganda abasolo abanyoro bateekereza nti abo basengo nyewe yakoleraga abaganda nabwekyo yabaga spy waabwe. So bakola ate baluga bunyoro bagaluka Buganda ekibanja bakisiga ate obubyahoire bakasanga abantu abandi bakisoboire batandikire kulimira mu nsuti yabatebaniza kubalika bali bitaka likooto. So nkaaga, yes, in the 16th. Yeah. Yes, is it in the 16th? Yes, yes.
It looked
Still virgin. So you can imagine. Hati, abantu baito abokuba obuganda balemaga okukawakiwaho in terms of extending services. Abantu baingi abakulu batajja mu masomero kwega. Hati ekikwataganya was not an issue. So that created a big vacuum in between. Hati njokutandika kwega nkatandikira Buganda kwega. So I was seeing people abali masomero abali masomero and what they want. But hanyuma mazire kije kyakatano ate okugaruka Kibaale, I saw that very impact abaana biwo nogenda masomero abandi ne bajja abiri ngule exercise books okuba muto wange akabategera mutabati so hati nyowe kakurandi a little bit bright hati again he told us but I didn't have 96 pages. Hati ekinakoze esansi 10 na vitabu vya esansi 10 nazitwala aisomero isinkonywa building fund we will have a building fund batalisi twale hati bali muhaire receipt nkugambire kogenda osasule byokombe nikugambire nyobo okora hano ntasome wadde ba wadde bati nyina ente zange nyina embuzi zange nyina nembwa yange kimanyweni tinkugaruka mukukuhera amasomero ezo zohaire orabona oraba nogonza kuziha ziheyo ziryo okulebya tinjakwera mu isomero. I remember primary 6 nyenkyankuruga hano nkugenda kandi nkaba nyine obu nabaire nina obutairo bw'obu nabuteeka omu kiveera nyekyo bwakeira I left agenda omanyire nyowe bizaara nanyo she couldn't do much right aina nawe ntenkasendo nyokweyali so natandika kusaba omusengeni kutunga obusente kufore kusigala omusomero but I saw at the impact of illiteracy hali abazali don't care much about and that has been that abalimi baitu